Oh, welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's me, aproustian. So I am back here in the courtyard behind the Whirling and Rags. I fully talked to Kuno. It was pointed out not yet to Kim Kitsuragi, so I'm going to do that now.
Yes?
Yeah, tell me about
What do you want to know?
anything about it. I can't remember a single thing. Um, yeah, but maybe I'll start here. If we're from different, why are we on the same
I'm
case?
afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
I don't remember being in on
That's
anything.
good.
Tell me about
It's
it.
just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Okay, I'll let it
Was
go.
there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Would you say this is a mysterious?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Oh God, it isn't mysterious, but could it be sex? God. Um, wh why would there be something supernatural? Let's just say white male in his 40s. What more do you need?
I'm relieved that you agree.
He says, then pauses.
Anyhow, let's get back to the case. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a
Maybe
single
you can
thing.
tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
A young woman told me a mercenary had been hanged, and the manager thinks it was the union that did it. That's all.
Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you?
Brief. Yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling and Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does the briefing say who the victim
A
was?
security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why didn't we know anything about the
They
caller?
didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Okay, so that's why it's a big mystery, like with Sylvia the caller or somebody else. Why hide
There's a
themselves?
strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
That makes sense, and that matches what else I've heard about the dock workers union. Uh, sure, let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer.
That's right.
Yes, me. Oh, secret task. Ask him to tell you about the case. Excellent. I think I have all I
Good.
need. I think you should know that I can't remember anything. Gonna be honest with you, Kim.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking
Have you
involved.
tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
Um, hmm. What should I concentrate
Try
on?
work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
It's very straightforward. I'm completely lacking in basic information about even this organization we're in. Can you help me?
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off
Okay.
hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Okay. Fine.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
Okay,
A
forget
moment
it.
passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Seem to be following me. I, I don't feel weird about prying, but also I want to know more about Kim Kitsuragi.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
Do you ever talk with yourself? You're wearing glasses. These are all terrible. Ask. You're wearing
That's correct.
glasses.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
No, I don't. Yeah, glasses are cool, I
Are
guess.
they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
God, you don't look like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Chevalier.
He seems almost proud of these things.
A point of pride to him.
Interesting. Tell me his secret about yourself. That's about what I'd
Your brain
expect.
sends the signal
Oh.
to your lips.
Shit.
But they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow.
Okay, I didn't mean to press that option, but I'm glad I pressed that
It's
option.
like you're locked down.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
Nothing.
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands.
Oh, God. Give up. There's nothing you can do. Damn.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Do you ever talk with
What
yourself?
do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
You know, tap the side of your head, or... So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
Huh.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Nice. That's all for
Good.
now.
Let's change the subject.
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Nothing, just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean
I
distinctive?
hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's
They
that?
say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Yes, but containers contain things, shiny things. They're interesting.
Okay,
He
then.
simply nods.
All right. Good conversation, Kim. Let's see what else there... Oh, I can check my... Wrong button. This one? Is this... That's where I am. This is where I am. Okay. Who put the clothes in the trash? I already know this is a thing that I'm worried about. Oh yeah, and I've got my stats on the side because of my ledger. Superstar Cop 0. Apocalypse Cop 0. Sorry, Cop. 4. Boring cup. 1. That all sounds about right. Okay. Um, oh yeah, buy fallen pants from Kuno. So this is a new. Uh, yeah, these fallen track pants look enticing, but you and Kuno were not close yet. You need to figure out what's going on with him, and then you can get your hands on some performance gear. The pissing competition, pissing match between 41 and 57. Ask him after the initial inspection is done, and the end of day debrief. Perfect. All right. See what else there is to see. I've looked at the ground. I've looked at the dumpster. I've talked to Kuno and Kuno's sister. What is this container? Take all. Oh, I got magnesium? Oh my god, I got 20 cents. I'm up to 60 cents, you guys. Just gonna clear up my debt. Someone's trying to grow herbs in the greenhouse. This kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. That makes sense. Interesting. Okay, I think I can go ahead and take a look at the...
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Ugh.
You seem to be holding your breath.
Look
A
down.
cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Okay, I could try this. But I feel like I'm not gonna succeed. God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Oh god, well, I've got to give it a try.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
We'll let it out. Ugh. Ew. Ew. I do not like those
Feel a great
noises.
force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
I could say I'm sorry. I am a sorry cop. I'm just a
It's
god.
okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks. Wipe your mouth.
The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
You think ammonia would help?
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
But not you?
I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
Okay, where do we get
That young
ammonia
woman,
from?
the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Yeah, because I have so
Acquiring
much
ammonia will
money.
provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay. So this is locked. I try again. Okay, turn away and leave. Alright. So I would have to level up endurance, which I kind of want to do anyways, because I burns my health stat. Okay. Oh yeah, I got the handkerchief. So that 1 items. The lieutenant's handkerchief. One corner is adorned with lace and a tiny embroidered portiere. Portier? I don't know how to say that. Interesting. So I'm trying to inspect this. Let's see if the gardener will let me. She lent me these gloves. Maybe she'll lend me some salts. You know what, though? Just to make sure. Because I don't think I've fucked up any conversations too badly yet. Between starting and now. The young woman looks up at the overladen sky.
It was clear just an hour ago.
Do you still have your salts? I think I could use some.
Sure. I'm done with them.
Hey! Nice. She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
I have to go. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So this is my new item. The ampule of ammonia. A thin glass tube wrapped in cotton netting. Used to treat fainting spells. Produced by St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. Okay. Inspect the body. Okay. I did do that. I don't know if I need to specifically equip, though, the... my item. Equip it? Equip. X. Nothing's happening if I say X, so hopefully just having it here will count.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Oof. Oh god, very low still.
The ammonia only makes it worse.
Shit.
The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much.
Oh
when
no.
the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Oh god, that's all. Didn't help at all.
Nor does the wind right now.
You feel the lieutenant pat your back
I've
rhythmically.
seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it.
He pats your back again.
Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
You seem to be fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
There's a pause.
A white lie.
Aww.
Not being hungover helps too.
Do it without me. I just can't keep it
No.
down.
This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help.
He withdraws his hand and looks you in the
You
eye.
need to get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
Thought gained. Volumetric shit compressor. Okay.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Okay. Then let's leave. This is so interesting. Like, that this isn't just one and done. Oops, wrong button. Okay. Oh, I have a map. Map information. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Equip and complete volumetric shit compressor thought. And that's here. That's one of these. Which I am making some progress on. Volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is a part. They're unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together. Rest in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. Okay. Alright, what is this pulley? The winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Okay. Talking to people, that's what I'm doing. I know there's this whole building here. The Rue de Saint Ghislain. Right. You're a person? What if I talk to you?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold.
Are you
Hello.
interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Books? Postcards? Easy. Even a kid would know all of this.
Oh my god. Nah, it feels inappropriate to lecture this girl.
Don't be a fool. As an expert,
Oh my
it's
god.
your duty to tell what you know to everyone.
Don't tell me what to do.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
It's okay if I ask you some questions.
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide, as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. I should have a word with the store owner, maybe.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't going to school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Cursed? In what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
She's looking for bankrupt her ass up. Bankrupt.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
I don't think curses are
They shouldn't
real.
be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
They're not doomed, but your mother should learn from their mistakes, sure.
Of course, sir.
She doesn't know what else to say. What is this crime business?
Fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Why would anyone want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the
You
way.
don't look much like a policeman.
She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Well, what does a cop look like
I
then?
didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Oh, God. Dick Mullen. She points to a... She sees a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dread woman. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your point to your head.
Head? Yes.
No, your mind.
Ah, yeah.
Not head, child. Heads.
Let's see, flexibility. There are millions of different people out there and you have to get in their heads. Sometimes you gotta be the killer to catch the killer.
Isn't that very dangerous?
Policemen live and breathe, girl. Mullen obviously lacks the chameleonic skill.
Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you.
That is kind, Annette.
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
The cover image of Dick Mullen seems to stare at you with harsh disapproval. What about romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
I was not expecting a conversation with a young girl about romance, but I am actually really enjoying this. What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Huh. Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
I'll just say okay.
Sometimes they break up for a little while, but then they always get back together.
That's enough about romance
Maybe
for me.
some about other books.
Oh, this is challenging. Oh, but I might... I'm gonna try this. Okay, I'm going to deduce something now.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
You can show them to... Or you don't need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
Yes.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Want more? Oh, should I... you think so? Find you better to do something about
You're
me.
quite sober.
She snaps back
The
quickly.
lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Oh, wait, how do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
I'm also sad and my head
I'm
hurts.
sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She looks you in the eye, a gleam of sympathy on her face.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow. There's something you're missing.
Shoot. Ooh, God. I'm not gonna get this, but I'm gonna try it.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar?
Damn.
How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Damn. I'll ask about the famous
kings
people.
and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold reddened cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Maybe someday someone will write a book about me one
Why
day.
would they do that, sir?
I'll be a superstar cop in the papers and everything.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
Oh boy. Okay, bye. Later. See you around, Annette. Interesting. Autosave. What's this? A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Yeah, that's how radios work. A book about Baudiero culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. This book, you don't really understand what it is about, nor does it seem important. This book is about pate. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. The book is titled Man from Hjelmdal and the Wildfire. Huh. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. Alright. Let's see. Can I sit on the park bench?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
No.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Right.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Okay, that's for. The tectonic... Some great tectonic forces crack the pavement like an eggshell. Alright, things have really opened up. Fawn, that's like the pants I'm gonna get. Maybe. Wild Pines. Interesting, that's the company. Oh, there's the statue of the horse with its head that shows up in the opening. And in that opening, Harry is like riding on top of it with a bottle. Because... Who are you?
Welcome to Rivachol.
This remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right, you're undermining our best shot at real self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Uh-huh, yeah, but your name is Racist Lorry Driver, so I don't believe you.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim, I've got your back. Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lorry man spits. Yeah, well, fuck you,
The
dude.
lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
And also, he might be right. Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his
He
fingers.
smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
I found this mug in the trash. Showed to the man. Yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
What are you
Oh,
hauling?
not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
How long has this been going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
What was...
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
He spits on the ground.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Oh, you mean you're just a racist. Makes
I'm not
sense.
just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior
Open
design.
your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Yeah, and?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Can I just, like, punch this guy in the
Cultural
face?
victory? What is this then?
Oh, that, I think that's what this is. I can get out of my conversation with him. I do not want to hear the rest of your lecture. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence.
Volumetric ship compressor.
Oh, this finished.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit's singularity lasts.
Okay, this is like the one bit of text from this game I had seen before coming in, because my sister showed it to me. This is essentially why she wanted me to play this game, was because of metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness. which is one of the most incredible things I've ever. Yes. All endurance. White checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Okay. So I'm not 100% sure I understand what that means. Except I think I can try the thing again. It says I can forget it. Maybe that's if I need to make room for other thoughts, but then I won't get the bonus anymore. That's my guess. Okay. I assume I need to try this again. Alright. I have passed enough time talking to people. I can try to inspect the body again.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Okay, yeah, so I have the plus 6 from shit compressed. I got my shit together.
The odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Step
The
closer.
man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Yeah, it's like sci-fi boots.
These are clearly not boots. They're
Yeah.
armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
Thanks, super useful to know. Notebook, tell me about the armor.
It's clearly some manner of super armor. Or future armor. Super future armor. I'm useless.
Ugh, thanks, Encyclopedia. What kind of armor is this
Ceramic
exactly?
plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Oh. Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there is no rest of the armor? I feel like that's so unlikely.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. Ageless and synthetic.
The material looks out of place.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking
For
about?
a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Jeez.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
If a yearly wage is 5,500 real, don't I owe what's his name like 150? That's a pretty big chunk. Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500 real?
Not too much, yes.
Sounds puny, no wonder I can't pay my hostel bill. It's
The
enough,
lieutenant
I guess.
nods, wiping his finger on his sleeve.
How can you afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
These look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the
A
boot.
small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me
If
of?
trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Run your finger over the lines.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Yeah, looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
He tips the drying ballpoint of his pen on his tongue.
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
For drama? No, I'm not gonna lie to Kim.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
I guess now I'm pulling the boot
The
off.
stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
Abort. The lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Yeah, that's a
Brutal!
bad idea. Let go of the
What's
boot.
wrong with you, asshole? Why's he letting go, Kuno?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
I mean, I don't know. It was an option. Back off and look
The
at the
cadaver
corpse.
slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under six-rotor airships.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming the dock workers from the harbor did it. I mean, that
I'm
has
still
been the
approaching this
assumption.
as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
Makes sense. Believably mundane.
70% of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. This belt worries me.
I sure wanted him to stay. Staring.
I was afraid it would be. thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Oh no, don't tell me I'm gonna have to ask for Kuno's help. How do they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Do they climb up using this kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
He makes a pulling motion.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a microelectric system?
I have only a cursory knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
It doesn't seem familiar from the insides of any radio computer your mind can imagine. The somewhat organic lines remind you of old filament memory units, but not quite. No, you're nowhere near right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm.
Yeah, Kim knows where his gun is.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's
A
that?
Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Nice. He produces two metal-capped ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines
I
there.
have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then,
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
cool,
In case we need it.
the lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
He likes his
There
device.
is only one ampoule left. Use it
Cool.
wisely.
Shit. Photo
It
for it.
contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
Okay. He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of
The
cigarettes.
glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Look him in the
His
eye.
eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Alright, tell me who you are, dead man.
The corpse is
Nope.
dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 4250, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench, eyes like a shark.
Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink. Thighs, too.
I see it. His neck, too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
You would still like the hypostasis marks in the neck to be a bit more pronounced.
For some reason, my brain would like the pink to be more pronounced, especially in the neck.
Maybe it looks faint to you? It could be more pronounced, actually. Dumont noté.
Maybe he was strangled by someone?
Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Okay. Something is coming out of
A
him.
pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
It's such a clinical way to talk about it.
Talking about shit.
Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death?
Maybe.
He doesn't really want to dwell on it too long. Alright, he's beaten up. See the
do.
bruises?
Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Well, I think
I
he's
agree.
dead.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Too heavy, totally. What is dead, anyways? No, better not say that. Too heavy.
Sure, the corpse looks by, oblivious. Black decay liquid drops from his knee to his boot.
Alright, back off and catch your
But
breath.
there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
How do we get him
Are
down?
you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver?
Oh, okay.
We might miss some of these things once he's down.
Step back and have another
The
look
cadaver
first.
slowly twists on the cargo belt.
I'll
His
leave
torso covered in
because
tattoos,
I
and
might be able to do
extremities
that.
blotched pink and blue.
Okay, let's leave. Leave the body up. Yeah, I think that actually might be about good for today. Much information to process and think about what am I gonna do next. Like, the more this game opens up, the more I have to decide where am I gonna go. What am I gonna do? Who am I gonna talk to? How am I gonna find a tape to do karaoke with? All those big questions. So, yeah, this has been fun though, and I'll catch y'all the next time. Bye!